Hello, beautifuls. This is Atleen, and today I'm coming to you with another video. So today we will be discussing the data link layer, which is layer number 2. So let's discuss what's going on at the data link layer. Well, the data link layer is actually broken up into two sublayers. There's the MAC or media access control layer. Then there's the LLC sublayer. The MAC media access control sublayer is concerned with the physical addressing of a networking device. The common thing to think of at MAC sublayer is the MAC address that is burned into all of our network devices. Usually, there is a sticker on the back of the equipment that tells us the MAC address of the network interface card, for example, the NIC, network interface card. So basically, there's not another NIC, network interface card, in the world that has the same MAC address. So the MAC address is unique. And it's a 48-bit address that makes this card very unique from every other card and every other device. And that's defined at the data link layer. And another thing that's happening at the layer 2 is logical topology, which looks like a ring. Is for an example of the layer 2, and that's defined by the MAC sublayer. And one of the things that we'll mention that happens at MAC sublayer is a method we use to transmit data, method of data transmission. And we've already discussed CCNA³⁶ which is carrier sense multiple access collision detection. And I gave you a definition of that I got from Wikipedia. And CCNA³⁶ is carrier sense multiple access collision detection. And the definition of that is a media access mechanism in which devices ready to transmit data first check the channel for a carrier. If no carrier is sensed for a specific period of time, a device can transmit. If two devices transmit at once, a collision occurs and is detected by all colliding devices. This collision delays retransmission from those devices for some random length of time. So basically, again, we'll go ahead and we'll listen to the wire before transmitting. And carrier sense multiple access, meaning that multiple devices can connect to some media access with collision detection. Well, the CD collision detector, if there is a collision that occurs, and we'll see that. Alrighty, so that's pretty interesting to learn. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so let's discuss things that happen at the LLC sublayer. For one, we have connection services that's going to give us flow control. So if the sensor is sending too rapidly, the receiver will say, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. That's going way too fast. Please slow down. Via error notification services, the receiver may tell the sender, hey, I was expecting that data, but didn't receive. So you may want to resend it. And that's error connection. So basically, I just discussed flow control, and I discussed as well error detection. So something else is happening at the LLC sublayer, which is desynchronization transmission. So the sender and receiver are agreeing on when the bits start and stop. So just remember also that some features can show up in more than one layer, because I know this sounds like another layer. However, various features can show up at different layers. An example is transmissions between sender and receiver. One example is asynchronous, which is devices look to a common external device for clocking and reference an internal clock to determine these different time slots. Another feature is asynchronous, and this is where the sender and receiver can have their own internal clocks, but they can send extra bits like start and stop bits to tell the receiver, here's when this transmission starts and stops. So what I just discussed was three things: asynchronous, isynchronous, and synchronization transmission. Okay, and with this synchronous, asynchronous communication, we can have another channel between the sender and the receiver that's running a clock signal to say, here is one time slot, here is the next time slot. So those are very interesting, and it's good for you to go ahead and study those as well. So far we're at 8 minutes. I didn't want to go too in depth of the data link layer. I'm going to go ahead and stop here with the data link layer, and tomorrow we'll discuss physical layer. I wish you well.